For those people that don't know, a lot in the past, a lot of people have been asking me how to do Korean backdash on pad. So, because I have delayed this tutorial for a very long time, I'm gonna show you how to do Korean backdash on pad controller. But not only for those Tekken players that plays on Xbox, I'm gonna show you guys how to do that shit as well. Alright, so before I can explain to you guys how to do this stuff, you have to understand the reason why Korean backdash and movement is important in Tekken, especially in Tekken. And I'm sorry that you guys gonna look, down on this shit, but I mean, I'm trying, okay? So you guys can see the pad, you guys can see the controller, so it doesn't really matter. Now, the reason for doing movement in Tekken is because if you're just doing backdash all day long, look at this shit, I'm mashing right now, and look how slow Anna Williams is going backwards. And don't mind Anna Williams having that costume on, I wanted to have something to look at. So the reason is movement. A lot of people, let me explain this to you. What we focus on is that we focus on mix-ups. And over there, they focus on movement. Movement is fucking everything in this game, because if you can't move your character, how are you gonna be able to whip punish anybody? So this is the reason why you're gonna learn Korean backdash. This is not just for show, this is not just to brag or doing like, being a smart, yeah, look at me, I'm doing this shit, yeah, I'm so badass. No, you use Korean backdash to do footsies and whiff punishment. And those two things are really important in Tekken. Especially in Tekken. If you can't move your character, then you're gonna get fucked. Now keep in mind, there are two ways, and I'm gonna explain both ways. There are two ways to do Korean backdash. I'm gonna start with the sloppy one. So let me just tag out my character. I got Brian here. Now Brian is one of those characters that has a sway back, or whatever it's called. He's sway back. You gotta be careful that your thumb is not all the way down, because if you do that, you're gonna end up getting a sway, a back sway, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to have a back sway in your backdash, because that is really punishable. So what you have to do is, as I told you before, backdash, crouch, down back, crouch, not all the way down crouch, down back crouch, and you just basically do that. I mean, some people it's gonna be hard from the start off, but as more as you get used to it, easier it's gonna be for you. So let me just tag out Brian and get Anna Williams again. So the second one is the sloppy version, where you do the same stuff, back to get the backdash, and you do the crouch mode again. Okay, so the sloppy version compared to the correct version is that in the sloppy version, if you're playing a character that doesn't have a back sway, as you can see, Anna Williams doesn't have a back sway. You can be as sloppy as you want to without, Anna Williams is gonna get fucked up or whatnot. If you're playing Brian and you're doing the sloppy way, you're gonna end getting a back sway, as you just saw there. So that's the reason why, if you're playing a back sway character, you gotta focus this, okay? I cannot stress it enough. You have to practice the fuck out of it. Because if you're playing a tournament or you're playing online and you are in your promotion match and you're trying to get a rank, and you're trying to space away your opponent, then whoops, you get a fucking back sway out of fucking nowhere. And you're gonna get fucked. You're gonna get whip punished by that, and you lose the match because of that. So basically, doing Korean backdash on the right side is kind of the same thing on pad. And on the right side, you can be sloppy as well if you're playing a non-back sway character. However, if you're playing a back sway character, you have to focus a lot more if you're not used to playing on right side, because the way your thumb is on the pad, right? You see here, my thumb is totally filling out this part right here. It's filling out the right and the down. Look how your thumb is sitting on the pad, okay? So if you're gonna do the Korean backdash, there's a high possibility that your thumb is gonna press all the way down, and then you're gonna get a back sway. And you don't want to have a back sway if you're playing a back sway character. So if you're not playing a back sway character, you can be as sloppy as you want to without there's gonna be any problem, right? If you're playing a back sway character, you have to focus a lot and practice the fuck out of it by doing a back into a crouch, down back, that is. My thumb could be anywhere around these two without I should have any problem, because I'm not playing a back sway character. So keep that in mind. So that's pretty much how you do Korean backdash on a pad, on PlayStation pad. It doesn't matter if it is the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, or 4 pad you are using. you can do this tactic in any of those pads. As long as you are playing a character that doesn't have a backsway, if you're playing a character with a backsway, you have to be more focused and not make sure you press all the way down. So you have to be a little more precise with it, or else you're gonna get a backsway. Now, for those people that play on Xbox, my Xbox 360 got Red Ring of Death, so I'm not able to show you guys on Tag 2 on Xbox. But I got a little surprise for you. Surprise! For those people that didn't figure this shit out, I'm about to play Tekken 3 on the PC. Now, this is emulated, but I do own the legit copy, and I will, if anybody don't believe me, comment below and say, okay, show me that you own the legit copy, and I will show you in a video if you don't believe me. Now, in order for me to show you how to do it on an Xbox controller, like I said, I have to play Tekken on the PC. Now, how do you do Korean backdash on an Xbox controller? I would lie to you if I said it's easier to do Korean backdash on an Xbox controller compared to a PlayStation controller. It is way harder to do Korean backdash on an Xbox controller compared to a PS4 controller or any PlayStation controller, because the way that the D-pad has been made, the way that Microsoft made the pad is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, okay? When you're gonna try to learn how to do Korean backdash on an Xbox controller, you're gonna go to hell. Bottom line, you're gonna go to hell. But you will get through it if you keep doing it consistently. So, how do you do it? It's basically the same way as you do it on a PlayStation controller. However, it's a lot harder because of the way the pad has been made. So what I would advise you to, when you're playing on an Xbox controller, right? You're just holding like this, okay? Your thumb is all around the pad, right? And you're still gonna get, you know, you're still gonna be able to do a backdash and whatnot. But the way that you have positioned your thumb, it's gonna make it a lot harder, because my thumb is holding down as well, while it's holding back as well, because I'm standing on the left side right now with Jin. So when I'm trying to do it, as you can see, it's gonna be way harder, because sometimes I'm gonna get a crouch, sometimes I'm gonna get a sidestep. The secret to it, or the way to do it, in my opinion at least, is by having your thumb not down here, but slightly above. So it looks like I'm about to jump now. It looks like I'm about to press up and get a jump, but you're not. Your thumb is placed just on the left side of the pad and slightly over this shit that is connected on the left and top. So if you place your thumb slightly above compared to right here, that everybody does, if you place it slightly above, there's a higher chance of you getting a backdash and a down back, because you have to do a down back on an Xbox controller. You cannot be sloppy. So basically, it's the backsway way to do Korean backdash on an Xbox controller. You cannot be sloppy. You have to practice the fuck out of it and be consistent with it. So having your thumb a little above than average, when you're pressing 2 times back to get the backdash, and when you're pressing crouch, you don't. As you can see, my thumb is not all the way on the down button. It's not all the way down. So that's gonna make it a lot easier for you to do a back, full crouch back, and move your thumb up again, because your thumb is already slightly above. So you don't even have to move your thumb up that much compared to having your thumb down here. I used to play on Xbox when my Xbox 360 worked, so now I'm just rusty with it. But you get the idea. As you can see, you get the idea. I can still do Korean backdash somehow. Sometimes I get a sidestep, but at least it's a Korean backdash. So, Korean backdash on the right side on Xbox. It's the same thing as I pretty much have explained through this whole video. However, it's harder, like I said. Basically, it's the same tactic that I use when it comes to PlayStation pad. Your thumb is all the way over the down and the right. I shouldn't even explain it on the right side, because it's pretty much what I explained at the start on Tag 2 when I played on my PS4 pad. It's basically the same thing. However, you cannot be sloppy about it. You cannot do the sloppy way. You have to do the backsway way, right? So down back, down back crouch. Like I said, the way that the pad has been made, it's gonna be way harder. So this is something you have to practice consistently. You have to practice the fuck out of. See, even my right side is still sloppy, but I'm still able to do it somehow. However, it's still sloppy as fuck, as you can see. For those people that say you cannot play Tekken with your full potential on an Xbox controller, don't listen to them. The only reason why they're saying that is because they don't know how to play on an Xbox controller. I just show you how to do a Korean backdash on an Xbox controller. It's possible. Sometimes it's gonna get sloppy. It's way harder to do Korean backdash on the Xbox controller because of the way the pad has been created by Microsoft. Sometimes you will get a sidestep to the right. Sometimes you will get a sidestep to the left. It will happen. If you're new and you're trying to learn Korean backdash on an Xbox controller, it will happen. But if you practice it consistently, there's gonna come a point where it will never happen, because now you got the muscle memory. You know exactly where you're gonna place your thumb on the D-pad on the Xbox controller. So you're not gonna get that sidestep. You can play any character on an Xbox controller. Don't let anybody say the opposite to you just because you're playing on an Xbox. If you wanna do this shit with Jin Kazama, go ahead, you can do that. I just did that. If you wanna do God Fist, sure. If you even wanna do electric, it's possible to do electric. How is that electric? Because I just did 30 damage, and a normal God Fist is only 25 damage. So don't let anyone tell you that you can't play Tekken on an Xbox controller. It is possible. You just have to put more effort into it, you have to put more work into it, and you have to practice it every single day. If you really want to get Korean backdash on an Xbox and you don't have a PlayStation, but you're playing Tag 2 on an Xbox One or 360, you have to practice this consistently if you really want to get your Korean backdash in there. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. If you learned anything in this video, or you found this video entertaining in any way, show me by hitting that like button and share it with your friends. If you need somebody, if you have a friend that is playing on Xbox, show him this video. Share it with your friends. Let them know how to do Korean backdash on an Xbox controller. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, because I got a video how to do Korean backdash on fighting stick as well. So if you know any of your friends that play on a fighting stick and they don't know how to do Korean backdash on left side or right side, that video is gonna show you how to do it both ways. So once again, like I said, thank you guys for watching. I love all of you motherfuckers. Keep on playing, practice the fuck out of your Korean backdash. It's so important in this game. And I'll see you motherfuckers next time. Peace and hot kicks.